Why everyone's playing Monopoly Go, and how it's disrupting mobile gaming. How did a century-old board game suddenly become the most downloaded mobile app in the world? It started quietly, like most trends do. A few posts on Reddit, a couple of TikToks, then your cousin mentioned it, then your coworker. Then, suddenly, everyone was playing Monopoly Go. Since its launch in April 2023, Monopoly Go has exploded in popularity, racking up over 100 million downloads in under a year. It topped App Store charts, pulled in nearly $2 billion in revenue, and became a staple of daily routines for millions. But this isn't just another viral mobile game, it's reshaping the rules of engagement in mobile gaming. What makes Monopoly Go different isn't just nostalgia, it's a perfect storm. Brilliantly manipulative game design, aggressive social mechanics, and a monetization model that feels eerily like a digital casino. Yet somehow, players can't stop. Across forums like Reddit, players swap strategies and vent frustrations. YouTube is flooded with guides, breakdowns, and criticism. Meanwhile, analysts are calling it one of the most disruptive mobile games in years. And behind it all is Scopely, a publisher that's quietly perfected the art of psychological hook in gaming. This video dives deep into the unexpected rise of Monopoly Go, how it works, why it's so addictive, and what it means for the future of mobile games. Along the way, we'll hear from players, critics, and industry voices. So here's the real question. What happens when a board game about real estate turns into one of the world's most powerful digital slot machines? When Scopely launched Monopoly Go in April 2023, few expected the app to change the mobile landscape. After all, Monopoly-themed games had been around for years, with limited success. But this one was different. Monopoly Go reimagines the classic board game as a fast-paced, social mobile experience. The familiar dice-rolling mechanics are still there, but layered with rich animations, city-building elements, and a constant stream of rewards. Think Monopoly meets Clash of Clans with a touch of Candy Crush and a dash of casino-style gacha mechanics. According to Sensor Tower, Monopoly Go generated $1 billion in revenue within its first 7 months. To put that into perspective, that's faster growth than Pokemon Go or Clash of Clans, two of the most iconic mobile titles in history. So what explains the surge? First, the game is built around constant gratification. Every roll earns something: cash, shields, cards. The player rarely leaves empty-handed. This taps into the brain's reward system, triggering dopamine hits that encourage continued play. Second, the game is highly social. Players are encouraged to connect via Facebook, raid friends' cities for cash, and compete in limited-time events. Scopely even introduced real-time multiplayer tournaments, offering massive in-game prizes that reset daily. These mechanics don't just encourage engagement, they create pressure to stay active. One Reddit user summed it up best: "I installed this as a joke. Now I wake up and check my raids before brushing my teeth." Scopely's background explains some of this. The company is known for titles like Marvel Strike Force and Star Trek Fleet Command, both of which use similar reward loops and social engagement tactics. With Monopoly Go, they've taken those elements and made them even more addictive. Moreover, the nostalgia factor helps. Monopoly is a globally recognized brand with over 90 years of history. The combination of familiarity and modernized gameplay creates a sense of comfort and curiosity. But what truly sets Monopoly Go apart is its ability to blur the lines between casual and competitive play. It's simple enough for anyone to pick up, but deep enough to keep players engaged for months. It's not just a mobile game, it's an ecosystem, carefully engineered to keep players spinning the dice long after they should have walked away. Let's be clear, Monopoly Go is addictive by design. At its core, the game operates on a slot machine model. You tap a button to roll dice, hoping for favorable outcomes. Sometimes you land on a property, sometimes you raid another player's city, sometimes you hit the jackpot. It's a system built entirely around chance, but dressed up in familiar board game aesthetics. But where it gets truly insidious is in its monetization strategy. The game gives you a limited number of dice rolls. Once they're gone, you either wait or pay. But the game constantly bombards you with limited time offers that are too good to pass up. Miss them, and you lose your lead in a tournament or fall behind friends. It's a classic case of FOMO, fear of missing out, weaponized. This monetization style has sparked intense debate online. On YouTube, creators like Nimblethor and Mythic Rain have released videos analyzing the psychological manipulation at play. One clip titled "Monopoly Go is a Casino Disguised as a Board Game" went viral, racking up over 600,000 views. On Reddit, threads like "Is Monopoly Go actually ruining friendships?" have hundreds of comments. Users describe feeling pressured to spend real money just to keep up with events or protect their cities. One player wrote, "I spent $200 in a single weekend just to win a tournament. I'm embarrassed, but I couldn't stop." Scopely isn't alone in this approach. Many mobile games use freemium models that entice players to pay for advantages. But Monopoly Go takes it further by constantly shifting the goalposts. There's always a new event, a better prize, a more urgent countdown, and it works. According to Data.ai, Monopoly Go earned more than $200 million in microtransactions in December 2024 alone, making it one of the most profitable mobile titles of all time. But this raises uncomfortable questions. Where is the line between entertainment and exploitation? And how do game developers balance profit with ethical responsibility? Interestingly, Scopely has remained relatively quiet in public discussions. Their marketing materials emphasize fun, nostalgia, and community, not the psychological tricks that underpin the gameplay. But the players notice. The growing number of posts discussing burnout, spending guilt, and time sink regret suggests a growing unease beneath the glossy surface. Still, the game thrives, and that leads us to perhaps the most important shift of all. Monopoly Go isn't just a hit, it's a blueprint for the future. The game's success has sparked a wave of imitators. Rival studios are already developing Monopoly-style games with similar dice roll mechanics and monetization loops. Internally, analysts say Scopely's model is being studied as a case study in player retention and revenue generation. The most disruptive aspect of Monopoly Go might not be its earnings, but its ability to reshape how games are made and marketed. First, it's changing how studios view IP. Monopoly Go proves that old brands can be reborn with the right mechanics. Expect to see a flood of similar revivals, board games, TV shows, and movies repackaged as mobile cash cows. Second, it's normalizing hyper-monetized casual games. Where titles like Clash Royale or Genshin Impact cater to specific niches, Monopoly Go appeals to everyone. Kids, adults, casual gamers, retirees, and it turns all of them into potential spenders. On forums like Hacker News and GameDev.net, developers are taking note. Some are inspired by the mechanics, others are disturbed by them. One developer wrote, "It's brilliant, but deeply cynical. We're not designing games anymore, we're engineering compulsion." Go also challenges the traditional notion of playtime. Instead of long sessions, players are nudged into checking the app dozens of times a day. A 5-minute scroll becomes 30 minutes of gameplay. This style of engagement, constant, fragmented, sticky, is now the gold standard. And players, they're caught in the middle. Some embrace it as harmless fun. Others are beginning to question what they're giving up in return for those fleeting dopamine hits. On TikTok, the hashtag number Monopoly Go Addiction has over 80 million views, filled with memes, skits, and genuine confessions. It's funny, but telling. A game meant to simulate real estate has become a commentary on modern digital life, collectional and always on. So what's next? Scopely is reportedly expanding the Monopoly Go universe, testing new features and possibly multiplayer modes. Meanwhile, competitors will race to capture their slice of the psychological pie. In short, the rules have changed, and mobile gaming may never be the same. Monopoly Go didn't just revive an old board game, it redefined what a mobile game could be. It's flashy, it's fast, it's social. It hooks players in minutes and keeps them spinning for hours. And behind the charm of animated tokens and city upgrades lies a carefully engineered system of rewards, pressure, and psychological nudges. Its success is undeniable. Over $2 billion in revenue, millions of daily users, and an army of content creators keeping the buzz alive. But with that success comes questions. How far is too far when it comes to player engagement? When does a game stop being fun and start becoming a habit you can't break? Players are starting to reckon with those questions. Some walk away, others lean in. And for developers, Monopoly Go offers both a roadmap and a warning. This game marks a turning point, not just for mobile gaming, but for how we interact with technology. It's about more than rolling dice. It's about how games shape our time, our money, and even our relationships. So the next time someone says, "It's just a game," ask yourself, what kind of game? If Monopoly Go is any indication, the games of the future won't just entertain us, they'll mold our behavior in ways we're only beginning to understand.